sharing your insight. Now we move on. Margot Robbie has played Harley Quinn, Barbie, and now her sweetest role yet, Mom. The 35-year-old actress welcomed a baby boy with her husband Tom Ackerley in October 2024. She's keeping his name private, but was recently spotted in Australia wearing a gold mama chain. Margot returns to theaters September 19th in a big, bold, beautiful journey after her longest break yet. Let's have a deeper look. Margot Robbie has played Harley Quinn, Barbie, and now her sweetest role yet as a mom. The 35-year-old star welcomed her first child with her husband Tom Ackerley in October 2024. A baby boy, Margot's keeping his name private, but she's clearly loving life as a new parent. She was even spotted in Australia as she donned a gold mama chain. Margot returns to the big screen alongside Colin Farrell in a big, bold, beautiful journey out on September 19th. She admits it's the longest break she's ever taken between films, and now we know why. She may be Hollywood's Barbie, but at home she's simply a mama living her best life. Bureau Report, NewsX World. Now we move on. Emily in Paris is back in front of the cameras. Just 2 days after tragedy struck the set of the romantic comedy drama series on August 21st, 47-year-old assistant director Diego Borrella tragically collapsed and died on location. Lily Collins, who plays the titular character in the Netflix series, was seen returning to the set in Venice, Italy. Filming for Emily in Paris had only recently kicked off in Italy on August 15th, with the schedule set to wrap up by August 25th, ahead of the season's planned Netflix release on December 18th. Now for this discussion, we go back to Amrita Roy. She's a filmmaker and director from Mumbai. Thank you very much, Amrita, for staying with us. Now, how do productions typically handle sudden tragedies like the loss of Diego Borrella while ensuring cast and crew are supported?
Hi, thanks for having me again.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is a very, very problematic thing. When a production happens there are certain norms and regulations for each country that depends from country to country, but there is one internal committee that looks after the welfare of all artists and workers working during a set. So there are a few things that are very standard procedure that they have to stop work. So there is a stop work order immediately in the event of any this kind of mishap or death. So that is one thing. Then there is an internal investigation committee. Then they have to report to this authorities, local police, and then there are local law enforcement and then occupational safety and health administration, that is called OSHA. So yeah, they have to report, they have to do certain formalities and check whether the death is accidental or is there some kind of implications. There are certain rules about insurance, about for accidents or any kind of mishaps, fire, etc. But this kind of incident, which is like it is very natural death and death by heart attack. So there is like formalities are done and they are resuming shooting. So I hope all the regulations and rules and procedures are being taken care of, and they are resuming the shooting of Emily in Paris.
Yes, we pray so. And Amrita, as a filmmaker, how do you balance the pressure of delivering a season on time with the human need to pause and grieve?
Yeah, actually, that is a very critical question. It happens a lot of time when because every movie, it's not just a commercial setup. It's a deeply, deeply personal and emotional journey where the entire crew comes as a family. They bond over the work. So it's very, very human nature to take some time when a death happens. But unfortunately, say, show never stops, as we say, because a lot of commercials are involved. So there is a practical need to restart the schedule uh, to stop, to make up the losses. And there are certain permissions. You have to take shooting permissions and then scheduling and everything. Every dates are blocked. So yeah, human nature is to grieve and take a pause, but then these kind of practical aspects come when you have to adapt and move on with this kind of casualties. Of course, grief is there, pain is there, as much as the sponsors and commercial parts are there. So yeah, with heavy heart, people have to move on and continue the work, so all deadlines are met.
Right. Thank you very much, Amrita, for joining us and sharing that insight. Now we move on. Selena Gomez is officially in her